Around a week ago now, I decided to make a video on the progress that I was making inside of my nature workouts, which I've been doing for the last 2 months or so, for maybe just a couple of times, 3 to 4 times a week, alongside my weightlifting workouts, which I was doing in the push-pull leg split 6 times a week. And this nature workout was a full body workout. It worked out my arms, my chest, my abs, and even my legs on some days. And I wanted to kind of split this full body nature workout into the push-pull legs, into these sort of subsections. And while these individual subsections may not have as many exercises as the full body workout, these subsections will have exercises that I wouldn't have previously done inside of the full body nature workout, as it would have just ended up taking too much time out of my day. And so in this push workout, I'm going to just teach you a few more different exercises that you can implement, and you may see significant gains, especially in your shoulders, your chest, and your triceps, which are the generic muscles that are sort of worked on your push day. But first, as always, subscribe and stick around to the end to implement these tips and tricks into your life. Now, the first exercise in this push workout is a handstand. And yes, I understand, a handstand is something that's incredibly difficult to do, and I also believed the same thing when I was much younger. I thought that I'd never ever be able to do a handstand, and balancing and gymnastics just simply wasn't for me. But there was one day in my garden where I decided to just try to see if I could do it and just sort of embarrass myself in a weird sort of way. And I actually surprised myself at how well I was able to do a handstand compared to what I used to be able to do when I was younger. And while it wasn't the perfect handstand, I actually managed to kind of hold it for 1 second. I got up into the handstand position. I was upright, not perfectly, but to a better standard than what I thought I would be. And I just managed to hold it for a single second before inevitably falling back down again. And I decided to start doing handstands every single day when I woke up in the morning, and I've seen a lot of progress just in the days that I've been doing a little more handstands than what I previously did over the last 5 to 10 years. And it's made me a lot happier of a person to make progress in something that I previously had such a massive limiting belief on. But a handstand is something that you can make a lot of progress in quite quickly comparative to what you may already believe, because all you have to do is just find a wall, find a surface, and you can do a handstand against that surface, and you don't really have to focus on the balance too much, and you only really have to focus on your shoulder strength, and that is actually the push part of the workout, because as I said before, your shoulder is one of your main push muscles, and a handstand is the perfect way to work this. Now, if you're maybe a bit more advanced, you have stronger shoulders than most people, you can try to do a handstand push-up, and if you can do it completely free, without any assistance, without any walls, that is perfect, and that will isolate the shoulders very well. But if you can't just yet, try to do the handstand against the wall thing that I was talking about earlier, and then maybe after a week or so of doing these push workouts, like 3 times or 2 times a week, you will end up being able to kind of descend on your hands while your hands are on the floor, your feet sort of slide down the wall, and then maybe you'll be able to push yourself back up again. And don't worry if you can't, because the decline of doing this handstand push-up will still build a pretty good amount of muscle over a compounding period of time, and your body will get used to the exercise, and eventually you will be able to do a handstand push-up, and that is one of the best exercises you can do for both your abs, for the balance, as well as your shoulders. Now, there aren't too many specific push exercises that you can do, but there are so many different variations of the common push-up, which will build so many different parts of your chest and even your triceps as well. And obviously the first exercise after you do the handstands that kind of is in the chest section of this workout is just a normal push-up. You just do 1 to 2 sets of these to failure, and then you go on to doing another different variation of push-ups. And after that, maybe you can do some arch push-ups, which is where your arms are quite wide and you like lean over to one side and put your body weight on one arm, which makes it much more difficult, but not quite as difficult as just a one-arm push-up, which isn't something that I can do just yet either, but it is something that I'm working towards, and it is a goal that I have in the long-term future. And after that, maybe you can do some decline push-ups. Now, decline push-ups are harder than normal push-ups because of gravity, and your body weight is on your arms a little bit more than just normal push-ups. And it also works different parts of your chest as well. While archer push-ups work the sort of lower part of your chest, a decline push-up will work the upper part of your chest, just as an incline dumbbell press would work the upper part of your chest as well. And after this, maybe you can do a couple sets of diamond push-ups. Now, diamond push-ups is where your hands are incredibly close together, and this means that it's much more of a workout for your triceps compared to just doing normal push-ups or handstands. And there is an even more tricep isolated push-up variation that you can do, which is known as the Sphinx push-up. And it's a very, very hard push-up, and I'm probably only limited to be able to do 1 to 2 reps on this. And it's where your arms are very close by your side and you sort of push up just using your forearms, and you almost have like a skull crusher movement. And after the Sphinx push-ups, you can then do your bench dips, which are a nice warm down for your triceps, your shoulders and your chest, as it does work every single one of those muscles. You'll probably be able to do a lot more reps compared to the sort of free air dips which you do on parallel bars, because they're very, very difficult and you may only be able to do like 1 to 2 to 3 reps on them. And I don't have any parallel bars, so I'm just doing this on a bench. And if you have parallel bars and you're good at dips, you can do free air, like free air dips where you're not your feet aren't on the ground and supporting your weight. But bench dips for the majority of people are going to be a good place to start off, as a lot of people struggle with dips because there isn't really like a weighted equivalent if they have like been to a gym or stuff in the past. So that's the end of this push workout, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have stayed to the end, then thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. And I also recommend subscribing because I like this community of young tribal people who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have. And good luck.